Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another Baddies Midwest review. Oh my god, my hair, child. Oh my god, y'all. I've missed the first two episodes on the recap, so I'm gonna do 1 through 3. I'm sorry, I just have had a really busy week, a really hectic week at that. I had to work like extra long shifts, and I had a lot of shit going on. I'm on probation. Those who don't know me, I'm on probation, meaning that I can't smoke, drink, or none of that shit. Or at least they don't know. I was like, no, but I cannot do none of that shit because I'm in trouble with the law. So I really had to keep it low key and process everything. I just got sentenced last week, so it's gonna be a very interesting process. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try and do this sobriety shit for the next couple of months, and then see where things go. I was going through it. I was going through a mental breakdown. I was really like ready to like whoop everyone's ass, like Jocelyn from Jocelyn's Cabaret at that one event. This notebook has like my high school notes, my college notes, and the baddies notes. So everything's all over the place. But I'm gonna go ahead and look for episode 1. Okay. So the episode starts out with all the originals getting introduced. We already know the originals. They have the same little like line, like I'm back for another season, ready, like same old shit, same old whatever. But so Natalie announces that they're gonna go meet up with Krishan. Now I don't know if behind the scenes if Tesekhi already knew about this and she couldn't have to act surprised. But I feel like it was kind of like an ambush. Like, I feel like Zeus should stay out of the family business or whatever. But then again, like, they do have their own show with Krishan involving Blueface and everything and showing everything with their lives. So, but I don't know. I don't feel like Taseki really wanted to do this. Like, I feel like she was, like, kind of just forced to do this in order to be on the season. But I'm also kind of glad that, like, they got involved in drama because this was some really interesting tea. I mean, I guess the conversation didn't go out as I expected. I thought it was gonna be more dramatic, but it seems like both Krishan and Taseki were just kind of just like going in circles and they just didn't want to talk. And I just felt like it was too soon for them to talk. Like a year later, if my sister got me jumped, like bitch, a year later, I'm not gonna want to talk to you. Like I'm sorry. Or the only interesting part was when Taseki or when Krishan said Taseki was touching her or whatever. That was pretty interesting, but we'll get into that here in a second. So then they get to that dinner, to that restaurant, and they link up with Krishan. It seems like Krishan is really trying her hardest to um be sober and like be clean, be all about Jesus, and I respect that. Like I honestly did not like the girl at all, like at all. When I say at all on her original seasons, but I actually do. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I feel like she's genuinely trying. I I feel like she's genuinely trying to be a better mom and a better person because she was a terrible person back then. I'm not gonna lie. So I know Krishan's baby was face was blurred out, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he's supposed to be about a year old, right? Like he's supposed to be a little bit older now, about a year, maybe a year and a half, and he really looks like a baby, like a 3-month old baby, barely being able to like lift his head, really shaky, really like non-conscious or whatever. Because I think I seen a picture where Krishan was trying to make him seem like he was standing up, but he was like leaning onto her legs. Like at that point, he's supposed to even be trying to walk or like at least crawl. I don't know if he can. I don't know what's going on with her baby, but I think Krishan is like I said, she's a very terrible person. Not specifically for that, but that's an add-on. But she is a terrible person because the fact that she was drinking, smoking, and doing crack and cokes and all kinds of pills while her pregnancy, and everyone, like all her fans, all her like day ones were like, "Oh my god, that's normal. Like people can smoke in their pregnancy, bitch. No, the fuck you can't. I'm a man, I'm a guy, and I know damn well, like you're not supposed to do that. Like my mom, she stopped smoking cigarettes when like she found out she was pregnant with my older sister. So, and she's never smoked a cigarette since then. So it's like, you gotta make sacrifices, and after, if you can't make those sacrifices, you're not ready to be a mom. Like, now she is, but I think it's a little too late, because your child, I don't even want to speak on that because I don't like speaking on children. But anyways, so then they start talking about the new girls, like who they brought on. So then they introduced Big Lex. Big Lex, I like Big Lex. She seems really cool. She's really pretty. I thought they were gonna bring a bunch of like hood girls on the show, like a bunch of like hood rats, like Ivory vibes, you know. But it seems like some girls have different kinds of personality. She's more like the chill, laid back, but I will whoop her ass if I have to type of chick. And I really like her. I feel like she's gonna be my favorite this season. But I don't want to speak too soon because I always say that, and then they always end up pissing me off. Ivory gets introduced, and me personally, I don't think she's pretty, y'all. I don't think Ivory's pretty. Her face is a little like slanted, a little like, I don't know, like she got like, I don't know if she got punched in the face when she was a kid or dropped or something, because she looks a little like deformed or whatever. I don't think she's like ugly, but I don't think she's like beautiful, really pretty, you know. But I do notice that in her confessions, she looks way different than how she looks in person, or like without makeup and stuff like that. So that's very interesting to see. Like, she's pretty when she has makeup, I guess. Emma gets introduced, and I'm not trying to be rude, but at first, when I don't watch the auditions, okay, but I noticed, I thought she was a transgender. Like, I thought they were really gonna bring like another Sydney Star onto the show. Like, genuinely, like, I'm not trying to throw shade. Like, I genuinely thought she was gonna be like the Sydney Star of the season or whatever. And turns out she's actually a girl, which is cool. She's really beautiful. Like, she's naturally beautiful, but she does have a lot of like strong facial features. And I don't know if it's because she's Cuban. I do like that she's like the only Latina on the show. I think that they need to start making more diverse cast, like maybe 2 Latinas, 4 black girls, and like 2 white girls, 3 white girls, and like, I don't know, an Asian girl too or something. I don't know, but they need to be more diversity. Pretty P gets introduced, and Pretty P is not so pretty, okay? So let's call her P. Because she is not, I don't think she's pretty. Her teeth are a little awkward. Like, she's from Chicago, so she might bring the ghetto, the crazy, like, you know, into this. But other than that, I'm not gonna like her. I don't think I'm gonna like her. Summer gets introduced, and y'all, she's really pretty. Don't get me wrong. I feel like she's a vibrant. I feel like she's gonna be like the one that like everyone hates, and I feel like she's gonna be the one that like stands out a lot with the people from the rest of the cast. But her voice, y'all, her voice sounds really like, like not raspy, but it sounds like really like, she sounds like a robot. She sounds AI. Like, she sounds like beep 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 beep. She has like, makes like a vowel with her voice. It has like a little beep 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 or something like I don't know how to explain it, but she has like a really weird voice, and I'm not liking it. So I'm not gonna hate on her because of that, but I don't like, that's gonna annoy me. I already know it's gonna annoy you. So then Jaden Alexis Jaden Alexis gets introduced, and I think this is so funny because like Jaden Alexis, like, really, like, she's gonna be on the show, you know? Like, I wonder, like, I know she fights Biggie on, because I seen it like on the previews, but like, I do wonder, like, does she have more? I've been seeing on these past episodes, she's been really like neutral and more quiet and more like on the not having a personality type of vibe. So I really wonder what's gonna happen other than the whole Biggie situation. I do like how Krishan Rock is like still like supporting her, because I did see like that they like met up one day and like they became cool, and like there's no more beef between them, like, which is growth. I like how they're growing, or how they're like, because at the end of the day they do have children that they share, you know, like from the same baby daddy. So I do feel like it's very important for them to get along and do it for the children at least. Like, fuck Blueface, you know. This is like the only girl I'm excited to see, because I really want to see what she's about. I really want to see her personality. We only got to see her as Blueface's baby mama. Her song's popping. I have her song on my playlist. The Krishan and Tesekhi conversation. So Natalie makes it seem like, oh my god, I really need y'all to talk because family's first, and I really just need y'all to talk. First of all, bitch, you know damn well you don't give a fuck about these bitches and their family and their traditions and none of that. You don't care about none of that. So stop with the act and just make them fight. Because Natalie, I hate how Natalie's like pretending that she really cares about these girls and their family values. I think it's just TV. Like, we all can tell that Natalie just making them talk for the TV purposes. Then Krishan and Tesekhi start talking. And the whole time they're talking, why were they whispering? They had the whole restaurant rented out for themselves. Why were they whispering? Like, I could barely understand what they were talking about because they're like, Krishan, well, you really are in the wrong. No, but you're the one in the wrong. I'm healed. I don't even care no more. I'm not mad. You're mad. You seem mad. No, you like. They were just whispering ASMR the whole time. Like, bitch, this is not ASMR. Krishan keeps saying Tesekhi is the one with the fake personality and she's acting like for the TV. But I always felt like Krishan was the one with the fake personality. Krishan was always the one doing things for camera. I feel like Tesekhi is the one that just tries to be not so Hollywood or whatever and just fights when she needs to. Like, Krishan would just, like, she fought Lauren for no fucking reason. That is an example of Krishan doing stuff for Hollywood TV. Which, by the way, this is it. I'm not really saying Hollywood because none of these bitches are gonna ever be in Hollywood other than Natalie Nunn. But Hollywood is a term of being extra animated personality, okay? So that's my word for Hollywood. Tesekhi was like really calm, really humble, and it just seems like Krishan was always kind of like, well, I made you the pop star, like it was because of me, it's because of me, it's because of me. Which there is some truth into that. Like, Krishan was the reason why Tesekhi was on Baddies, let's be honest. But girl, like I said, if we're gonna be talking about being humble and being one being a reality TV personality, then you gotta reflect on yourself, sis, because you're doing that too. Krishan spills the beans and she's like, you wanted to play house when we were kids. That's a heavy accusation, y'all. That's not, I don't know what to say to that. Like, I don't know what to say to that. Like, I don't know how, because like I feel like there is some truth to that. But I do, like, Krishan has history of lying. Krishan has history. Even when Tesekhi said that she was drinking when she was pregnant, like, she was drinking. There is video, there's on reality TV, there's Snapchats, Instagram videos of her drinking while she was pregnant, smoking, doing pills, all that. So it's like, it's not a non thing that we all, as the fans, know that Krishan was doing this, and she's still denying it, which also makes me question: is she lying about the whole Tesekhi thing? Because Tesekhi was also saying like, okay, well, bitch, say it, and Krishan was kind of like, no, why would I say it? Why would I say it? It kind of just seems like she she was just like just trying to find anything out of her ass to kind of like get back at Tesekhi, to flip something on Tesekhi, and then when she said it, she couldn't back anything up with that, so she was kind of like, oh, well, there's no reason for it, there's no reason, just move forward. Girl, you're not gonna move forward with me if you just expose me on whatever would happen. And also, Tesekhi also did make a good claim, which is that if I did all that stuff to you, then why were you still cool with me after? Why did you still come to my house to live? Why did you still fuck with me after? Why are we still being cool with each other afterwards? And yeah, it's true. Like, if I have a family member that touched me inappropriately when I was a kid, I'm gonna grow up hating that person, and I'm never gonna want to be in any family event, let alone be at their house after. Like, it's really hard to notice because also Tesekhi was kind of being a little like damn, I just got caught. Like her attitude, her body language just kind of gave off like, damn, she really just said that. She really just exposed me like that. I want to say Tesekhi didn't do it because I really like Tesekhi and I'm biased towards Tesekhi. I will say that I love Tesekhi and I do not like Krishan, so I'm biased with that situation. But I don't know, like, that just doesn't come out of nowhere. You don't just say that for no reason. Krishan could say like, oh, well, you freaking killed my dog or you broke my bike or something. I don't know, but she went to the whole plain house, which is a really heavy accusation. So I don't know. And then Krishan and Tesekhi saying about she's gonna sue her for defamation. Oh, girl, because Zeus did something with that. Oh, Krishan was holding onto that baby tight as fuck because Tesekhi was about to start swinging on the girl. Like, oh my god, like, Krishan was so lucky because we all know, like, but they both got hands, but we all know Tesekhi was gonna win. And like I said, Krishan was holding onto that baby with dear life. Like, I would have too though. Like, shit, if I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm gonna be holding onto my baby. I'm gonna hold on to my dog. I'm gonna be doing something because I'm not trying to get my ass beat. Like, the fuck. I also don't believe Krishan because the sister, I forgot her name, the one who's like in the middle of them who also came there, whatever. she was crying, right? She was crying because she didn't want to be involved. But y'all, I feel like she was crying because she literally said on her live on social media that she was paid to lie on Teseki. So I think her guilt, her consciousness got to her as soon as Teseki got there, because that girl started crying immediately, and she just didn't want to be a part of it. She just wanted to be, just also like kind of like be like, I don't know. She was really sentimental on that whole situation. Not even Teseki was crying, or freaking Krishan was crying in that moment. So I don't know, like, is it true? Like, did Zeus really pay the girl to lie on her own sister? And did she really do that? Like, what the hell? Like, and I'm sure, like, if she did do that, like, her conscience was really eating her up. So then Teseki walks out crying, and she's just, like, emotional. She goes to the original girls, and they're all outside, like, talking and stuff. And she's telling Natalie, like, girl, y'all really changed up Krishan. Like, that girl is, like, different now. Like, she's a whole different person now. Like, y'all really let the show gas her up. And I agree. Like, I seen pictures of Krishan before Baddies, before Blueface, and that girl was beautiful, y'all. She had like the girl natural curls, the poofy hair, and she was just skinny, fit, like nice body. I'm sure she probably still has a nice body, but like no tattoos, just like not crazy, not into the lean, and all the pills and stuff like that. So it's like, I really do believe that Zeus changed Krishan for the worse. So we get on to episode 2, and majority of episode 2 is still the fight or the argument between Taseki and Krishan. So majority of that, we're gonna skip majority of that, because I'm telling you, the majority of this argument was nonsense. They were going nowhere with this. It was just not really a conversation that like needed to happen, because it was just like nonsense. Like, it really didn't make sense. And I guess, and it just didn't. It just seemed like both of them didn't want to talk. It seemed like both of them had their egos up instead of just wanting to like talk it out. Diamond and Akbar, Scotty, Natalie, and Jaden all meet up at this for like this pre-party for pre-gaming, because they're gonna go to like this bar after or whatever. And what I noticed with Diamond, that girl got a lisp. She's talking without her tooth, because, or her, I'm sure her lip is really swollen at this point, because the Baddies reunion was what, in August, July, August, and the fucking filming took place in September, October. So I can already tell her lip was not that healed, okay? But I do like how she still came on to the next season without doubt. She did say that she wasn't gonna come back, which I'm surprised that she did even come back, because she's supposedly better than reality TV. So I did notice that lisp on her when she first came in, and then she also did mention that she would not try fighting Taseki ever again, which I don't blame her. Like, I don't think anybody wants to fight Taseki winningly. I would bow down and kiss her feet before I fight her. Jaden Alexis, her belly button is a little too up. Like, you're supposed to have it like maybe like 2-3 inches from your crotch area. That girl has it like in the middle, so it's like not not normal. It literally looks like it's like on her stomach, like where her stomach intestine is at. I don't know who Akbar is. I think she's comes from Love and Hip Hop, but I don't think I watched that season where she comes on, so I don't know who she is. She looks really pretty, but we got another bald-headed hoe, so her and Jayla could probably be besties. And Rolly starts crying because she's like, it sucks when like you're like the provider for everyone, you're the everyone's go-to, but they still treat you like shit. And even though Rolly can be a bully sometimes, even though Rolly can like be annoying, I do have some type of love for her as a fan, because I've seen her grow. I've seen her at her lowest. I've seen her at her most bulliest of times. And you can tell she's really trying to fix that image of being a bully. But I do feel for her, because I do know that she has like shit going on at home with her son, and that she like is like the provider, and she came from like the gutters and stuff like that. So I do feel for her. It does suck being the one that everyone goes to and still not being appreciated. So I think I'm gonna try liking Rolly this season. Like I said, I didn't really care for her last season. I didn't like her on the East. I did like her on West, and I did like her on South. So hopefully this is her comeback. Hopefully she comes back with a better, not nasty attitude. Everyone links up and everything. Diamond, and Rolly right away see each other, and Rolly like walks past Natalie. Natalie's like, what you doing, girl? Like, what you gonna do? And they start fighting. They start boop, boop, boop. And it seems like Rolly, I mean, it seems like Diamond was the one who was kind of getting the upper hand. Not like a big upper hand though. Like, I don't think she like won the round, you know? When she gave it that little hit, like it kind of tumbled Rolly over to the side a little bit, but again, Rolly stood her ground and it kept continuing fighting and fighting and fighting. And yeah, guys, that was a really interesting fight. The fight was really awkward because you just see like Rolly kind of like swinging whatever she can swing, but she's just like awkwardly like trying to maneuver. That was hilarious. And then of course Natalie's like, stop y'all, like bitch, you know you wanted to see them fight. Okay, so now I'm gonna do episode 3. Yeah, these 2 rounds, Rolly definitely won. Like, whoever keeps saying that Rolly can't fight or she's a weakling or whatever is a liar. She might be a little bigger than most of those girls, but that is also not an advantage. I want people to be clear with that. Like, being fat is not an advantage. It's actually a disadvantage because if you fall harder or you're most easier to fall. Like, you can't get a grip when you're fatter. Ogre in her, and she came back with the comeback and she whooped. I mean, she even had Diamond stuck at one point because they were fighting and they were like kind of hugging each other, and Diamond was just like kind of frozen hugging her, and this girl kept going boop, boop, boop in the back of her head. That must have hurt, you know, knowing Rolly's big old hands. That must have really hurt. Like, ugh, like I would probably try to go get like a doctor after because that might have been a concussion. Like, I feel like Diamond needs to go to the hospital or check her head crack, like the cracks in her head. Maybe it's her tooth. Like maybe she got a concussion and like is getting like memory loss or something. Cause girl, that girl is getting beat. But I feel like they're gonna give Diamond this season the bad edit. They're gonna give her like the villain edit, the annoying edit, and I see it. I definitely see it because I don't think Zeus really likes Diamond. I certainly feel like in this specific position, Diamond was in the wrong because you don't talk about people's kids, especially when Rolly is like really like head over heels about her kid, her one and only kid. Like, you can't be speaking about kids. I get what Diamond said wasn't that bad, like that wrong. But even me, like I have spoken on people's kids, not directly, but like I never called no one's kid ugly or anything. But I always been like, oh, go take care of your kids, or go do this, you know. And me looking back, I'm like, okay, that's a little like over the line, bitch. Like, don't bring people's kids into this. So hearing that from other people, like I can see why people would get mad. Like, bitch, like that's mama man right there. Like, don't beat up on kids. If I had a dog and someone says like your dog's ugly, bitch, you're gonna get smacked. Really, this is info she's also getting from the fans. I remember seeing this specific post when like the fans were like hyping her up and like, oh, she's talking about your kids, she's talking about your kids, and then really was like, oh, she's talking about my kids. Okay, well, it's all set, and I'm like, really, don't be listening to the fans. The fans are like trying to see a fight. Like, come on now, like she should not, like by now she should know that the fans are not to be listening to. She should not let the fans hype her up, okay? And also Diamond, I can see why she was pissed, but she shouldn't have taken it to that extent. The reasoning was petty. It was over the chain that you didn't even want in the first place. I know you deserved it, but Diamond, you didn't want it in the first place. Like, you even offered to give it to Meatball in a sarcastic way, but yeah, that was, she was hilarious. But like, it was over a chain. It wasn't for you to be talking about people's kids, but I also do feel like you did deserve the chain over Meatball. Like, of duh, she should have had that energy towards Natalie. Again, they're kissing each other, hugging each other, and I'm sorry, me personally, I'm a Virgo. Like, I cannot do that. I can't not let like I can't fight somebody and be cool with them that same day. Maybe we can shake hands and leave each other alone. But I can't do the whole kissing and the hugging and the I love you and the none of that stuff. Like, I can't do none of that shit. Like, maybe I'm just immature or petty or a Virgo. Give it a couple of days for me to be like, you know what, bitch, I actually don't hate you. I forgot her name. Dolly, Dollface, Doll. I forgot her name. But she is pressing Anna for not giving her a ticket, which makes no sense because you are on the show already. So why are you mad still? Like, girl, just be happy you're on the show because so many girls could have been picked over you. And she came from Now That's TV. Now, one thing, they need to stop picking girls from Now That's TV because they're the reason why the shows get out. But then again, like Diamond came on from that show too, from that network. So it's like a hit or win, but I still don't feel like they should bring them. I feel like they should bring like fresh new girls. Just really don't like is when they make the drama from the auditions. I don't watch the auditions, okay? I don't watch them. I feel like the auditions are really pointless. They really are there to make bitches look bad. So I don't watch them. But uh I don't like how they bring that drama over to the actual season. Like, girl, go fight over Hot Pockets. Stop fighting about the tickets. Like, who the fuck is this? Charlie's in the Charlie Factory. Like, you didn't get the golden ticket. And Summer comes in and she right away fights Anna, which Anna surprised me because she whooped Summer's ass. And Summer's still adamant, like, oh, I don't feel like I got my ass whooped. Girl, half your hair is missing, first of all. Like, at first, like the first round, like she had all the hair right here, but she was missing a huge gap right here. She looked like Dr. Phil. The second round, all her hair was gone. Anna didn't want to fight anymore. She already whooped her ass, so, but I guess they still kept going rounds after rounds. And yeah, Anna still kept whooping ass. And Biggie out here standing frozen like a motherfucking JC Penney mannequin, talking about like, bitch, go help your friend. Really surprised me with Anna because she was a little scary too. She was a little Biggie part two. So it surprised me that she right away like hopped up and fought. I mean, yeah, it kind of said that she fell into the couch, but she did get her. She did do her big one. So that definitely like that got me a little bit like respect points. Biggie, you're going lower though. So Jayla and Ivory confront each other. And Jayla is like, I'm not a big woman enough to apologize, which good, good, which is good for Jayla. Like, bitch, don't apologize. It's not that serious. And Ivory is look like she's just picking out straws. Like she's not. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not liking Ivory so far. Like that girl is a big fat bully. Next day, the new girls are coming out from the hotel, and Summer is already on one. Like I do believe the other girls when they're saying that this girl took a line before coming onto that bus because she was hype, and then she calls everyone out, talking about anybody and everybody can get it. Now, I think we've all watched Baddies enough to know, even Bad Girls Club, to know to not call everybody out or don't say anybody or everybody can get it. That should be a rule on the Baddies. Don't call everyone out unless you're ready. Like, don't be saying anybody can get it because anybody will get it. Like, they're not here. No one's gonna be there to be like, oh, please don't fight me. Like, people are gonna want to fight on that show, and you ask the right bitches. Ivory calls her out and right away starts beating her ass in the freaking van. And it was just all hilarious to me because it seemed like Summer was trying to like back off. But then Ivory grabbed her leg and she was like, come here, bitch. And then she started beating on her as she should, okay? Like that was the only time I felt like Ivory was in the right. Again, she's like, anybody can get it. And she was looking over at Emma, and Emma's like, bitch, don't be looking at me like you don't want it with me. So right away they start fighting, and Emma surprises me because I thought she was gonna keep it cute, keep it neutral, considering she did not fight at the auditions. So I really thought she was gonna keep it cute and classy until like later on in the season. But she surprised me. She really whooped that girl's ass, and of course her weave had to fall out. And why is everyone wearing weaves? Like, I don't think there's not one girl with natural hair on that show. Like, I remember on Bad Girls Club, like they would pull each other's hair, and they would like maybe like take out like a strand or something, or a little piece of it or whatever, and they still have like their full hair out. But these girls, like, they be looking weird. Like, once I see them without their wigs, I'm like, ugh. This is when I started disliking Ivory again. Like, I can't believe I can wait someone who I can like, and in that same snap, dislike him. Like, it's never happened before. With Ivory, she calls out big legs, being cute in the bag, being doesn't have nothing to do with her. Like her turn could have been later, in another different situation. But Ivory had to call her out talking about why are you playing it safe, girl? It's day one. What do you mean playing it safe? So then, I'm not gonna call her Pretty P, Paula P, whatever her name is, P. She right away just comes fighting esta big legs out of nowhere, and I'm sorry, she's annoying. That annoyed me because Paula P, what are you doing? Like, shut up. Like, get out of this. Like, your teeth, go fix your teeth. I can already tell P is gonna annoy me. Like, I can already tell she's not gonna be my favorite, okay? And I'm not gonna say she's gonna be neutral for me. I don't think I'm gonna like her. So then I noticed there was like a lot of kicking in the face in the van, which for me, I think that's a little dangerous, y'all. Like, that could kick someone's nose, or that can break someone's nose off, or a tooth or something. So I think the producers, the security should not allow that. Like they should make a list of ways you can't punch, like with rings or with firearms or with freaking legs. Like don't kick in the face. Like you can kick in her pussy. Like they kicked Yoshi in a pussy, and I would have been pissed too. Like you're gonna kick me in my pussy, really? Is a little too much. They should get sent home for that, like how they do it on Bad Girls Club. AHNA calls out Biggie for not defending her, as she should. I'm glad people are calling out Biggie because I feel like Biggie was just going on by like a river and not being called out by no one. And I'm glad that now she's actually being called out by the cast, because it seems like next episode everyone's gonna call her out. Akbar called her out. Um, Diamond called her out, I think too. Like everyone was kind of like, girl, like defend your friend, get your friend. I guess Biggie said she doesn't want to fight this season. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. It's a bunch of bitches who are thirsty to fight. You gotta go if you don't want to fight. But I don't think she has to fight in order to defend Anna. I think she has to be the shield or separate. If Anna's gonna keep that energy with Biggie, she should also do it with Tesekhi. Like, I know Tesekhi can fight and she doesn't want to fight, but she should keep that same energy with her. But Tesekhi was separating and she was shielding, so I do give Tesekhi that. So, but if we're gonna talk about actually fighting these girls, jumping in the fights, then she should also tell Tesekhi to do the same thing. Like I said, we all know Biggie is really scary. So are we surprised? And the newbies, they get off the bus right away, and right away Ivory and Big Leg start fighting on the field, which to me kind of ghetto, you know, like go inside, fight inside, throw drinks at each other, do all that crazy shit. But outside the courtyard, like it's giving school, let's meet up after school in the courtyard or something so we can fight. Like this is what it's giving. Ivory and Big Legs had like a tie on their fight, but I watched the fight again, like, and I watched it in slow motion, and it seemed like Big Legs was actually kind of giving her more of a more punches, it seems like. But I'm not sure if she won the fight, but she was giving her more punches. And I don't know what's going on with these fights, y'all, but a lot of these fights look a lot really chopped off, really like choppy. And I don't know if the producers are really trying to make it seem like 1-1 over the other one, because I didn't really see Ivory punch. And then after that, Summer comes out, and what I noticed with Summer, that when she fights really slow, which is gonna be her downfall this season. Like if she continues to fight like in slow motion, like using her arm, because people just go to like this and punch, you know, she's going like this and like this, and you know, like that takes, this swing is gonna take more time than going like this. So I think that's gonna be her downfall. Her swinging slow. That's gonna be her downfall for sure. If she wants to win fights, she needs to definitely be faster, swing directly, not over. But who am I to say anything? I can't find myself either. It seems like on the next episode, Yoshi gets like swung onto the floor, and she fights her because she got kicked in the pussy, which I don't blame her for fighting her. But Yoshi, I think you need to prep a little bit before fighting little Summer, because everybody was whooping Summer except for you, so that must be really embarrassing. But overall, I think the new girls are really just trying to look for a storyline. It's a lot more worse than last season, actually, because at least like with what's her name, the girls got sent home, Dia, and the other one, I already forgot her name. uh they weren't even being extra. The ones who were being extra were Tinka and Diamond, and somehow they got to come back next season. It's this what's her name, Tinka, like she's keeping it cute so far. Like she's been, okay, like, okay, she hasn't been acting extra, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know how last time she would be dancing and being obnoxious, like, she's in more neutral now, so let's see how long that lasts. But I feel like Ivory, um, Paula P, whatever her name is, I'm not gonna call her pretty because, Summer are all doing too much. Them three are doing too much. They want another spot, they want the chain, they want something, but they're doing too much. I noticed that that girl Jasmine, she looks like Jasmine from Bad Girls Club 14. Like, am I the one who thinks that way? That she kind of has like that same resemblance. I don't know. But yeah, this is me talking my shit, reviewing, recapping Baddies 1 through 3, or episode 3. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about these episodes. Like, I actually I like this episode. The last two episodes were kind of like, hey girl, it's taking too long, like, let's get on to it, but I like these two episodes, and I really am excited to see what these new girls are going to bring to the show. Hopefully we see like newbies versus OGs type of vibes, and hopefully we see like I don't know, hopefully we see different shit. I'm tired of seeing the same old bullshit. And I really hope Biggie gets kicked out or something because that girl's pissing me off. Thanks for watching my YouTube video, guys. I am out of here.